Brilliance Audio presents Bridge 108 by Anne Charnock. Performed by Will M. Watt, Fiona Hardingham, Steve West, James Langton, Elizabeth Knowlden, and Moira Quirk.
At the rooftop sink, with the sun already burning my back, I turn on the cold tap, lean over, and rinse my itchy scalp and scarecrow hair. Cold water never runs from the cold tap, not since summer started, not even in the morning after the storage tank has cooled during the night. The tank bakes all day in the sunshine, and by the evening the cold tap always runs hot. Just because the tap is labeled C doesn't mean it is C. Ma Lexi calls out, "Caleb, over here, now." She leads me across the flat roof of our housing block, past the solar arrays, towards a wooden hut, the living quarters of Mr. Ben, the overseer. I walk as close as I can behind her, because she smells like fresh oranges. She looks as light as a feather. She could float away in the breeze. Her thin, sleeveless dress is printed with wildflowers and owls. As the fabric ripples, the owls with stretched-out wings seem to fly. I'm wearing only my shorts, and I'm barefoot. My hair drips onto my shoulders and down my back, bringing a memory of being tickled. Ma Lexi swipes the air above her head with her right hand. Is she waving to Odette? I glance across at the roof of the next housing block. No, she can't be. Odette is facing away from us, reaching up with both hands. Squinting, I see she's cutting dead flowers from a climbing rose. I worry about the thorns. Don't prick yourself, Odette. Ma Lexi is swiping back and forth as though smacking a tall person across the face, first with the back of her hand and then her open palm. Don't panic, Ma Lexi, I say. An early rising honeybee is harassing her, but I reckon the bee is still sleepy, like me. We're on the bee's flight path from the hives, 2 roofs away, to the lavender farms west of the enclave. When I first arrived here 5 months ago, Ma Lexi told me I'd get used to the bees. They'd continue on their way if I didn't make a fuss. She's making a fuss herself and mutters the usual complaints. Shouldn't be allowed. And then, affecting my business. The Enclave Council should ban the hives, Ma Lexi, shouldn't they? I'm trying to nudge her towards a better mood because I reckon I'm heading straight for trouble. In her left hand, she grips the candy-striped shirt that I worked on yesterday. Mr. Ben was disgusted with how I'd sewn the shirt's collar. He yanked my ear hard, called me an idiot, and told me to stop work on the shirt. He shouted, said he'd shift me back to baby work, unpicking seams, sewing on buttons, if I couldn't think of anything sensible to make. I guess he complained to the boss, Ma Lexi, about me. Anyway, what does he know? After the yanking, he walked off, and I watched his massive round back as he grumped away across the roof to his hut. I snuck to the back of our work shed and pushed the shirt under my sleeping roll. I'd already unpicked the collar, and in its place I'd started sewing a strip of dark mock fur. It made the shirt look mean, dangerous. A brilliant remake, and I thought Ma Lexi would agree. I carried on with the half-finished job during our evening playtime. Zach and Mikey wanted me to join the button-flicking game that I'd invented, but I told them to practice without me. Ma Lexi grips my shoulder as we stand outside Mr. Ben's hut. She shakes the shirt at me. I feel hurt. Ma Lexi had dug around in my things while I was washing at the sink. She says, "Mr. Ben came to see me yesterday. Not happy about your work. Told me about this." I jump in fast. "Mr. Ben knows shit. I'm finishing the shirt in my own time, Ma Lexi. It's going to look brilliant when it's nicely pressed." I'd planned to finish sewing the fur collar and sneak it into the pile for pressing. Honest, I thought Ma Lexi would like it. I thought she'd smile. "Mr. Ben wants me to throw you out. Send you to work at the family premises." I stare at her. We're both wide-eyed. The family premises, as she calls it, is the center of the family's rubbish and recycling business. I've never been there. I've been off the roof for less than 20 minutes a week.